still on the Sit Through AU playlist, so we're going to change it up a bit. Let's see here. Yasumo. Oh, we'll switch over to Yosumo. I'm not sure if it's Yosumo or Yasumo. Not sure how it's supposed to be pronounced, but starting off with How We Feel, Mirror of Time 2021. Here's me. And the avatar that we're actually looking at on screen, sitting down on the bench. There she is. This is the Psychic Blast Earth Manipulation. Now, I already have been running a series of streams. One second while I adjust some cables so I'm not sitting on my headphone cable again. Alright. Anyways, I've already got a build going for this that I predicated on Psychic Blast and Atomic Manipulation for the power set that I was going to be using, or the enhancement slotting. But now that we've got an updated Mid-Terra Reborn, we can implement this build as an actual Psychic Blast. Where is it? Psychic Blast Earth Manipulation. Okay, and so we are running Sonic Dart. Oh, whoa. Let's get Psychic Blast, not Ice Blast. Alright, Sonic Dart, Stone Prison, and then Telekinetic Blast. That's... I think I took that too early. I think next, okay. I did pull the headphone cable out. But to go, why aren't my headphones working? Here we go. Okay. Sorry, so Stone Prison from Electron Shackles, Heavy Mallet from Negatron Slam, Leaping for combat jumping, and then Psychic Focus, and then Speed of Sound, Leadership, come on, load up for Maneuvers, and then Telekinetic Blast, then Build Up, and then Sonic Lance, and then Sonic Tornado, and Mud Bath, and then we're on to Fighting with Kick. Then in place of Beta Decay, what was I doing in place of Beta Decay? Oh, Barrel Crystals. Okay, Barrel Crystals is not unlocked yet. So we're on to Experimental Injection. Scrambled Thoughts we're skipping. Alright, so Atom Smasher Trimmer, so we're at Trimmer. Do we want to move Trimmer up earlier? Yeah, we'll swap Trimmer and Kick. Can we move up Trimmer earlier? We could move Maneuvers down. Trimmer is available at 16. Sonic Lance is at 12, so we could swap Sonic Lance and Maneuver. Continue. Okay, Sonic Lance, Telekinetic Blast, there. Sonic Lance at 12. And then Maneuvers will roll down to Trimmer. So Trimmer in at 16. Alright, experimental injection kick, and then at 28 we can finally pick up barrel crystals. Alright, and then we're on to corrosive vial, and then psychic whale, and then mace mastery, scorpion shield, then positronic fist, which is standing in for seismic smash. We're skipping fracture because it's crap. And now we're on to tough, and then weave, and then adrenal booster, and then will domination all the way at the end. Let's get into info and sonic dart all the way out, and we're putting the ATO with the anti-mass. Actually, stone prison is going to get 5, heavy mallet 4, combat jumping none, psychic focus 1, speed of sound 1, telekinetic blast all the way out, sonic lance 5, build up 1, tremor all the way out, sonic tornado all the way out, mud bath all the way out, maneuvers 5, experimental injection none, kick none, barrel crystals none, corrosive vial all the way out, psychic whale all the way out, scorpion shield 2, seismic smash 5, tough all the way out, weave 2, adrenal booster none, will domination 1. Okay, I had an extra slot here for stamina. Where did I put a slot that doesn't belong? Tremor. Okay, we're going to just start filling this in and figure out where it is when we get to it. Alright, so Sonic Dart is getting the ATO. Alright, Sonic Dart is our moderate damage. Mental Blast is our high damage. I'm not sure why I've got Sonic Dart over Mental Blast, so we'll swap to Mental Blast. Get back into the ATOs. And then Stone Prison is getting the Immobilize. And then we're using Gravitational Anchor. And we're using everything but the Immobilize. And because it's a purple, we can just slap +5s on it and call it a day. Alright, Heavy Mallet is getting Kinetic Combat. And we're just taking everything but the proc. I cannot finish tapping this. Okay, Combat Jumping was picking up our Shield Wall proc. Psychic Focus is picking up proc and Recharge Endurance. Excuse me, proc and Recharge Endurance. Speed of Sound and picking up Endurance. And Anti-Knock. Telekinetic Blast is going Winter's Bite. And then with a sudden acceleration to control the knockback, Sonic Lance is getting Apocalypse. I'm about to go turn the heater on. I think it's actually colder now than it was at 6 a.m. Alright, and now we're on to... Oh, that's why. That's where the slot came from. Went to. Alright, we're doing recharge endurance. Alright, now we're on to tremor, which is getting avalanche. It's getting everything but the proc. And then we're doing a sudden acceleration in it. And then Psionic Tornado, getting the full overwhelming force. And then Mudbath is picking up Panis. Ooh. I mean, if it weren't useful as a survivability, if it weren't the stone survivability power, Ice Mistral's Torment, and I'm going to look at Ice Mistral's Torment on my other stone armors, because that could be funny, since the other stone armors don't have it built in. Oh wait, no, I need the proc, and we're probably what am I skipping over here? All right, I think we're going to skip endurance recharge. And just go straight with the heals. And then we're doing... Did I do a plus on here? I did. Alright, then. We're on to maneuvers, where we're picking up the Luck of the Gambler proc. We're picking up Kismet. And I went with... We have 1, 2, 3... Is there a reason I went so deep on this? For hit points, maybe? Hit points over regeneration. We're going to check first. And make sure that we're not capped on, because we could, if we're capped on 10% regeneration, it may make more sense to go with the okay, we are on to experimental injection, which is where I have the preventative medicine proc kick, which is just going to pick up the recharge and then promptly turn it off. Barrel crystals, which takes no slots, so just an enhancement reduction. Corrosive vial, which is picking up our purple set. And then we're also picking up Achilles Heel. Alright, Psychic Whale is picking up the other blaster set for the chance for fire damage. Defense Endurance. Defense Endurance Recharge. And Seismic Smash, we're picking up Blistering Cold. And did I go with... Alright, went with Damage Endurance. Tough, we're picking up the proc, the resist defense, and then did I do +5 or scaling? I did scaling on these guys. So resist endurance, resist endurance recharge, proc. Did I have anything else so far that's doing defense and a set? And no, I don't. So, okay, we're good there. Weave is getting proc, defense endurance recharge. Adrenal booster is getting I have recharge endurance. Its end cost is minimal. I just can throw a straight recharge in here. And then will domination, which we're picking up on the sleep for a chance for placate and sleep endurance. Alright, then we'll do a real quick check, set some bonuses. I do have something that's in the red cap. And what is in the red cap? Recovery. So, we are not capped on regeneration or max hit point, but we are capped on recovery. So a 2-slot here doesn't actually get me anything. Okay, we could do either chance to heal self, or I did APOC elsewhere. I could pick up a strong regeneration with devastation and a chance to hold. What other options do I have? Not very many. What other could I swap it out with? Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to uncheck that. Defense endurance recharge. Okay. Dropping will domination. I could do summon spiderlings, which gives me a very strong regeneration. Or a low recovery. I could do web envelope. Toxic dart. Fracture. Stun. Chance for 2 hits. I almost really like doing summon spiderlings to add some extra damage. Do damage endurance and accuracy damage recharge. Thing is, it really doesn't fit with the rest of the character. And it wouldn't even be close to perma. I know, it's when it comes to some pets, being able to have them perma is a big selling feature. I'm just not pushing the recharge to do that. Toxic dart doesn't give me anything I don't have elsewhere. Salt crystal, PPAOE sleep. Doesn't really give me anything compelling that will domination doesn't already give me. Thing is, will domination just it's a terrible power. I'm still kind of tossing back and forth between fracture or web envelope. Or just summon spiderlings. I wonder what damage, let's just screw the endurance cost for a second. And damage recharge and accuracy recharge. What's that look like if I toss on... What are my totals right now? I'm into soft cap to smashing lethal, not quite into soft cap to energy. Let's toss in agility radial and see what that gets me. What's my summon spiderlings look like now? 280. Not quite perma, but thing is, web envelope just gives me something to add. And if I do chance of damage lethal, then I can add some damage to it. Duration of 22 seconds. And accuracy endurance. Okay, and there we go. Or we have accuracy endurance, accuracy immobilize recharge. It's not really a great extra damage. Alright, Blaster's Wrath gives us 107 fire damage, so 71.75 lethal damage. Okay, that's actually not bad. It does give it a little bit of utilitarian use. Okay, I think we'll actually go with that just to help out with the... Well, no, because it doesn't have a hole. It's still not useful for Hamadon raids, and I can't go deep enough to get the web cocoon. I would have to go chance for hold. But that also runs me back into the recovery question. And I'm already using chance for hold in Stone Prison, so I couldn't use it anyways. Excuse me. Sorry, I couldn't reach the microphone on time. Alright, I'm still torn between web envelope. Well, since I have Stone Prison, I don't... web envelope's not actually buying me anything. So I'm still coming back to summon spiderlings. Alright, damage, endurance, damage, recharge. Alright, what's my endurance cost on this anyways? My end cost is 18. What's my... Oh, 4.12, and I haven't even accounted for accolades. Massive end drain, but... massive endurance recovery. Think if we go accuracy damage recharge. Alright, that still gives us a extra regeneration. What's my regeneration actually look like? 13.65. Okay, so massive amounts of regeneration really didn't buy me anything either. Alright. So, and that's with, oh, well, Mudbath is heal over time, not regeneration. Without there and then, I'm at 12.68, so not even 1 HP per second. Calling back to Will Domination. for tactical utility. Am I using Winter's Bite anywhere? Yes, I am. Where am I using Winter's Bite? Oh, Telekinetic Blast. Okay, I'm using a full set of Overwhelming Force. Using those. Coming back to chant for Placate. Thing is, if I'm having to use Will Domination to get out of a fight, something has gone seriously wrong. Fracture doesn't give me anything that Corrosive Vial isn't already giving me. And Corrosive Vial is giving me it sooner and adding damage. So what about maybe Assault? Well, that gives me resistance to Taunt and Placate. And no set bonuses, but I can romp down on the endurance reduction or free myself up a slot for elsewhere. Actually, that's... Okay, I'm actually kind of liking this because it's giving me a tangible benefit. I am picking up something that is kind of rare, resistant to Taunt and Placate, so it's more difficult for enemies to say, don't look at me, look away. Alright, I think this may be the optimal usage, so we'll lock this off and save it. Save as Corruptor. I'm sorry, this is Blaster. Blaster, Psi Earth. And this is technically, I think, R6. Okay, now, the if you were paying attention to the stream name, which should have shown up, another player is doing a Seismic Earth blaster. So now that I've got my build done, and we'll do a quick swap, and we're probably going to be dropping Assault, because Seismic Blast is not a mishmash of crap. Woof! We, actually don't have that much. I'm going to need to bring up a third build, to see exactly how to look at my Corruptor. File, okay. File, open. Corruptor, Seismic Blast, Nature Affinity. Okay, we still want to keep the, again, I'm swapping Shatter for it in case, just for visual reasons. And there we go. Okay, Entomb, I had a... We kept our here. So up thrust, we need to mitigate knockback on. So we're going to pull the Overwhelming Force from Tombstone. And we're going to put the Overwhelming Force in up thrust. And that solves our knockback. Alright, Rock Shards was holding the ATO, and Tombstone was holding the Snipe. Oof. Sonic Lance, which was the snipe on this one. I had, instead of the snipe power, I had Apocalypse. So we're going to continue with that. We'll do Apocalypse on Tombstone. Okay. Seismic Force. What was Seismic Force? Self-damage. Okay, Seismic Force is a build-up power. So I have build-up. I'm probably not taking Stalagmite, but I definitely need to get Seismic Force back. And I need to slot up Entomb. So we are probably dropping Assault. And now we'll look at moving some things around. What else did we lose? Alright, Entomb was just a heart attack. And Rock Shards was hosting an ATO, so the Corruptor. So all I'm missing here now is a Superior Winter's Bite. Rock Shards will take Frozen Blast, and Tomb will take Superior's Winter Bite. Rock Shards is actually kind of critical, I think. So we're going to pull the slot from here, and we're going to start moving some powers down. And we're going to do Seismic. We're going to keep bringing powers down. We'll bring Build Up later, and Seismic Force, because Seismic Force gives us one of the powers that is useful. I didn't. Yeah, okay, yeah. On my stone, yeah, Seismic Force actually had all the way out with Gaussian, but I'm not going to have the slots to do that here, I think. So we are going to do a Gaussian in it. Rock Shards, I don't have to mitigate. So yeah, I'm missing a 5-slot Entomb. I don't have to mitigate. So we need a 5-slot Winter's Bite to pick up the set bonuses. Alright, where do we stand on set bonuses? We're actually still into soft cap without agility radial. Oh, I still had extra slots on stamina because I didn't fill those in. Numina, regeneration, recovery, stamina. As I real quickly fill those in. Okay, here we go. Since I wasn't picking up anything else. Okay, picking up a slot from stamina, and now we'll do slots, enhancements. Oh, wrong button. Slots, auto arrange all slots. Thought I picked you up. We'll put you in a Rock Shards for a second. We'll get a Numina set on health. We'll get endurance modification set on you. We are into soft cap for smashing lethal. We're not going to reach any other soft caps easily. Rock shards will take a... We're already using Ragnarok. Corrosive Vial. We could go... Almost tempted to change Corrosive Vial to Bombardment for that extra fire damage. And the range bonus. So that's what we're going to do. And since Corrosive Vial doesn't give us great damage to begin with, we're not going to worry about ramping the damage. But our damage is looking pretty good anyways, and we got a very good recharge time on it. Alright, and Rock Shards is going to pick up Ragnarok. Okay, now a quick check. None of our defense, the only IO set that our defenses are bound up in are Kinetic Combat and Tough. Or the only leveled enhancements. Everything else is in an ATO or an Event Origin enhancement. And our Unbreakable Guard is attuned. Our Kinetic Combats are not, but our Kinetic Combats are a mid-range. And they're giving us, well, 3.75%. This is one where you won't be quite into smashing lethal soft cap. Let's just check our damages here. I'll lock it off. Our damage right now. Let's turn Seismic Forces and build up off. And Adrenal Booster. Do we have any other damage boost going on? Doesn't look like it. So we are doing base damage at 142. We're doing 301.5 with the kinetic combats. Let's move them to a tune state. 285. So we lost maybe 15 points of damage. Accuracy is not great, but between barrel crystals and the Kismet proc, accuracy really shouldn't be a problem. So if you run attuned on the kinetic combats, this would be into soft cap. Okay, no, moving some things down. Moving kick up, moving tough up. Alright. Slots enhancement slots, auto arrange all slots. Okay, that may have been why that was. It may have been when I did that, because you're only going to be into soft cap once you get Scorpion Shield, and the earliest Scorpion Shield can be got is 35. So this is around Citadel Task Force. I don't think those bonuses would be active. But you can be into soft cap as early as Citadel if these are attuned. May not need it because you can pump out so much damage. I think having Experimental Injection and Corrosive Vial earlier and build up earlier will help lay down the damage, and that could be more viable. Alright, so slots, enhancement slots. Excuse me for a second. about that to go get another box of Kleenex. Okay. So kind of giving up the soft cap at lower levels. You get a little bit more out of Heavy Mallet. And since it's got so little, if you're stuck in melee range, you want to get out as much as you can. There we go. There's into Seismic Blast. We are into soft cap with Smashing Lethal, so you do have a little bit of freedom over which Incarnate to take. You don't necessarily have to take Agility Radial. So this is what I'll throw at the player. Actually, I should probably check and see if they took Fighting, Leaping, Speed. Well, I've got I've got the leaping and speed part down, so we'll pitch this their way and see whether or not they like it. I'm Aurian Archive, and